Hello everyone, welcome to my YouTube channel. In previous video, I have already shown you how to design this form, that is new employee, and how to backend code for this. So if you have not watched my previous video, then just go to description, there I put the link for my previous video, or you can simply do one thing, just click on the suggestion on the right side of the screen. Okay, so in this video, I'm going to show you how to design for this one, that is the update and delete employee. So first I'm going to close this project and let's start with the designing part. Okay. So first thing what we have to do is we have to actually add new form. For that, just go to Solution Explorer, right click on this and click on add and then select form. Here you can see this Windows form. Just click on this. After this, what we have to do is we have to give a name to this one. So I'm going to name this one update delete employee. Click on add and this will add a new form. After this, first thing what you have to do is I have to remove the form border. So let me maximize this one and right click and go to properties, and then you have to search for form border style. Select this and click on none. After this, let me just close this first. Click on this. Let me copy the color code 151,48,103. Right click and go to properties. Paste the color 151,48,103 and hit enter. After this, what we have to do is we have to actually set the size for this form. For that, I'm going to move back to our complete project. So this one is our complete project, and here we have to design the scene like this GUI. So click on this empty space, and here what we have to do is we have to just copy the size. So size is 875,512. So right click, go to properties, search for size 875,512, hit enter. Now here you can see this is done. After this, what we have to do is we have to add one button to close this one. So button, search for this one. I'm going to use this Guna 2 button and just decrease the size. Just click on this. So I don't need any text. What we have to do is just change the fill color as well. So what color we have to fill is 151,48,103. Hit enter. After this, we have to set image. So click on this, local resources, click on import this one, and the image, all image I have already provided in the description. If you have not downloaded, then just download. Okay. After this, what we have to do is we have to actually change one more thing, that is the hover state. Let me find that hover state. Click on this, fill color needs to be the same, and click the state. Search for click. Let me search for that. Check the state. We don't need any check the state. Okay, so we don't need to change anything else. So next thing what I have to do is I have to code for this one to actually close this form. So for that, we have to change the design name. Here you can see this, change this one to BPM exit. Just double click on this and this will generate a click event, and here we have to just write this dot close like this. After this, move back over here, and first thing what I'm going to do is I'm going to connect this one with the dashboard. There we go. This is the dashboard, and we have to connect that form with this button. So just click on this and move back to the design part. Change this one to PTN update delete employee. Hit enter. After this, just double click on this and this will generate a click event for this update and delete employee click event. Here you can see this, the name we have set right now. After this, we have to create an object of the form which we have created, that is nothing but update delete employee form. This one is QTE, you can name anything, new update employee like this. And next thing what we have to do is UDE.show, we have to call the method show. This will show the form on the desktop. Okay, so now we have connected this, but there is a small issue that needs to be fixed. Let me just start this and show you that if this one is working or not. After that, I will show you the issue. I have started the project. sign in, click on this one, and here you can see this one is appeared on the wrong position, so we have to set the start position, custom start position. Okay, so just close this, move back over here, just double click on the empty space, and this will generate load event for the form, and here we have to set the location. So how to set the location? For that, in previous videos I have shown you. If you know, then just write it by yourself, otherwise I'm going to write this. Okay, so this dot location is equal to new location, sorry, no new location, new point, actually point 350 comma 170. These are the coordinate. This is x-axis and this is y-axis. If you decrease this, the form will move little bit on the left side, and if you increase this will form will move on the right side. In the same way, this is y-axis. If you increase this will move downward, and if you decrease this, it will move upward, and when you increase this will move downward. Okay, so let's start this and let's see if this works or not. Sign in, click on this, and here you can see this one is on the proper position and this one is looking. You can click on n number of times, this is going to pop up on the same position. Yeah, everything is ready. Now what we have to do next is we have to just start designing this stuff. Okay, so move back over here, and first thing what we have to do is we have to add one label. So just move back over here, label, just drag and drop it, click on this, and we have to change the text first. Before changing text, what I have to do is I have to actually change the back color. So let me take the back color from here. You can keep any back color whatever you feel like. I'm going to use this one for now, and after this what I have to do is I have to change the font. I guess it's something, yeah, this one, and the size is 11. This one is better. I will check that with the complete project. What is the size actually? So I have to change the text over here. So text will be employee details modification. So size is a little bit small. Okay, so let me move back over here and let me check the size for this one. I guess size is 16. Yeah, 16. Click on this, and here we go. Now this one is looking better. After this what we have to do is we have to actually set labels and text boxes. So first thing we need is label. You just drag and drop it over here, just click on this, change the font color to white. After this what we have to do is we have to change the font. So click on this, Calibri. It's not Calibri, I guess something different. Yeah, it's Century Gothic. You have to write this, regular in size is 11, and hit OK. After this what we have to do is we have to change the text for the first one. Change the text, and I have to name this one mobile number. Hit enter. After this we have to copy this a few more times. So copy this, paste, 2, 3, we need 9 times, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and 9. That's all we need. Now I'm going to start changing with the design of this one, actually the text for this one. So this one is name, this one is father name, this one is mother name, this one is email ID, this one is permanent address, after this we need to write unique ID. After unique ID we need to write designation, designation, and finally at last we have to mention working status. Okay, so everything is ready. Next thing what we have to do is we have to actually add few text boxes and buttons. So search for text box. I'm going to use this Guna2 text box. If you are worried that this is not in your toolbox, then what you have to do is you have to just add a DLL file. That DLL file link is already in the description of this video, and how to add that DLL file into toolbox, that video link is already in the description. Okay, just drag and drop it over here, and first thing what we have to do is we have to just change few properties of this one. It means that whatever is written inside this one is of this color. Here you can see this. I want this one to be black, so click on this one, select the black. After this, what we have to do is we have to change few stuff for this text box. What is that? That is nothing but click on this. Whatever written inside this one needs to be of some proper size. So it needs to be Soju UI and the size will be 11. So go back over here, click on this, Soju UI and size needs to be 11 and hit OK. After this, here you can see that this one is quite large now. So next thing what I have to do is move back to the complete project and let me copy the size for this one. So the size is, where the size is 302,30. So move back over here, click on this, right click and go to properties and just paste the size, hit enter. This is the proper size according to my complete project. After this, I have to copy this one and paste it again, but the size needs to be different. So for that I'm going to copy the size from here. Just click on this, copy the size for the second one and move back over here. Just click on this and paste the size. Here we go. So now this one is better. After this, what we have to do is we have to add few more text boxes similar to the second one. So copy this, paste it again, paste it this one too, paste again, paste again. We need, now that's it. After this we need two combo boxes. So let me drag the combo boxes, just drag and drop it over here like this. Just click on this, and after this what I have to do is I have to just change the font color first. So change the font color to black as well. Click on this, and after this we have to add the items. So I'm going to copy that items from here. Just click on this, items, the same items you need to add. No need to, in the both places we have to add the same items. Hit OK. Now the items are added. After this, let me just check the size. Font size is 10 actually, so make this one 11 too. So click on OK. Yeah, this one is better. After this, what I have to do is I have to add one more comma boxes. So I'm going to copy this and paste it once again, but in this time we have to just remove the items from this one. Click on OK. I'm going to copy the item from here, from the complete project. So click on this, click on this, yes and no. And we need to actually copy the size of this one too. So I'm going to copy the size. Oh, let me search for the size. Yeah. Move back over here, click on this, click over here, select items, write yes and no, hit enter, click on OK. After this, just click on this properties and search for size, change this one to 14 comma like this. After this, now every text box is in the proper position. What we have to do is, let me set the size for this one 30. Yeah, this one is quite broad, so change this one to 30. And this one 2 to 30. Okay, something is wrong. Because this will be like this onwards. Okay, it's not an issue. After this, what we have to do is we have to add few buttons. So I'm going to add buttons for now. So I'm going to use this Kona 2 button. So drag and drop it over here. Click on this, and first thing what I have to do is I have to change the fill color. So change this one to 0, 118, 225, hit enter. After this, we have to change the text for this one. So change this one to like 12 or 14, I guess. Let me just check the text font size. Sergio UI, I guess it's 12. Oh, 13, italic 13. So click on this italic and type 13 over here. Just click on OK. After this, what we have to do is we have to just change the text on the first place. So change the text, change this one to search, hit enter. After this, we have to add an image inside this one. So search for image, click on this. I hope you all have downloaded the image which I have provided in the description of this video, and search is this one. Click on open and OK. After this, what I have to do is I have to just set the border radius for this one. So search for border radius. Here we go. Change this one to 16 or 20. 20 is better. Okay. Just decrease like this, and let me just decrease width to 30. Change this one to width. Okay, the size is not 30, is good for now. 36. 36 is what I have did is I have just created an event for this one, click event. So I'm going to just remove this. Oh, sorry for the word. Suddenly sometime it happens. Okay, so now the click event is removed. After this, okay, so let me, with the help of keyboard, I have to just drag this a little bit up and down. Okay, so now this is done. So next thing what you have to do is just copy this and paste it 3 more times, because I need 3 more button. I'm going to change the image and text for these 3. Okay, so let me decrease the size of all of these a little bit so that they can fit like this. Yeah, this one is better. Place proper positions. Let me move all of these stuff a little bit on the lower side like this. There you can see this. Now this one is looking better. After this, I have to change the text and design name. So change this one to update and change the image. Save and hit OK. Change this in the text for this one to delete. Change image, import, delete, hit OK. OK. Search, change this one to clear. Need to change the image as well, so click on this, click on import, use this one, hit OK. Here you can see this. Now our GUI is ready. Now start this and let's see if this one is looking better or not. Sign in, update. When I click on this, this will take a little bit of time in the first position, and here you can see this, everything is working. Okay, so next thing what we have to do is we have to adjust these stuff a little bit on the proper position. Here you can see this, these are not adjusted on the proper position, a little bit more space, less space, like this. We have to adjust this, and after this we will start backend coding for this one. So let me close this. After this, let me adjust this one a little bit on the lower side like this. Here you can see this. Now this one is looking almost better. Label needs to be adjusted in the center to the text boxes, and now everything is looking fine. First thing, in this place what we have to do is we have to actually change the design name for all the text boxes and the buttons as well. So first thing, just click on this, search for design, txt, change this to txt mobile, hit enter. change this one to txt, sorry, this one is button btn search. The second one, this one is to txt name, this one to txt father, this one to txt mother, this one to txt email id, this one to txt permanent, this one to txt unique, and this one to, it's a comma box but still I'm going to name this one txt designation, this one to txt working, and after this what I have to do is we have to change the design name for this one. So name this one btn update, this one to btn delete, this one to btn clear. First thing, now the name for design name is changed for all of these text boxes and button. And first thing what we have to do is, whenever I write a mobile number inside this one and click on the search button, so first thing what I have to do is I have to fetch all the details for that mobile number, and it needs to be visible inside these text boxes. For that we have to just generate a click event for this button, that is the search button. So double click on this and this will generate a click event. And for writing anything inside this one, first thing what we have to do is we have to just create an object for the function class. So function fn is equal to new function, and needs to be a string. I'm taking a variable string type and the variable name is query. So in function class we have created two methods, that is get data and set data. It means that one method is used to extract the value from the database and one is used to insert the value into the database. Okay, so all of these stuff I have already explained in my previous videos, so you have to watch that to understand this stuff. Okay, so let's start with this. Okay, so after this what I have to do is, first thing I have to write a query to fetch all the data of that particular mobile number. So I have to write select, query is a variable which I have created over here. You can see this. After this you have to mention select star from new employee, that is the table name, where e-mobile is the column name for the mobile column, is equal to, it's an integer type, for that's why just double quotes plus plus sign, and here we have to mention from where we have to fetch the details. So we have to fetch the mobile number from txt mobile, and what we have to fetch is text, like this. Now our query is ready. Next thing what we have to do is we have to just fetch that data from the database. We have to just file this query into the database and we have to fetch that data. So I've created a method called get data, and that get data method is going to return a data set object. So that needs to be stored into some data set variable. Okay, so data set ds. So I have created a data set variable, and here what I'm going to do is I'm going to call the method with the object, with the help of that object. Fn is the object. I've created an object of function class, that is fn. With the help of this fn I can access the method inside that function class. So function, I have method get data. Here you can see this, and it's expecting one string, so I have to pass the query over this. Now this query is going to be fired into database, and that is this method is going to return a dataset object with the values, and this is going to be stored in this ds. Now we have the value inside this ds. After this what I have to do is I have to just fetch the values from this data set and show into these columns. First thing, how to check that this data set actually contains data or not. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to add a breakpoint over here. So in this way you can add a breakpoint. Click over here, start this, this is a debugging process. You can see like this. Started this, sign in. Here you can see this. Okay, so let me check which mobile number actually exists in our database. So 555 exists. Okay. So I'm into the 555, click on search, and we move to the breakpoint. So I clicked on this, it's taking a little bit of time. So we move back to the coding. Here you can see this yellow arrow over this red dot. So now our program is stopped over here. Here you can see this, we have to continue. If we click on that, then it will go further. But here what we have to do is we have to actually check this data set actually contains some data or not. So how to do that? For that you have to just hover over this like this, and when you hover over this, just click and then hover. You can see a small magnified glass. Just click on this, and then a table will be popped up. Okay, so wait for a few seconds. Here you can see this. Now this table actually contains the data with the mobile number 555, and now we have the data in this data set. Okay, after this what we have to do is we have to just fetch this data and show into the text boxes. So how to fetch? This one is row 0th and this one is column. So 0th row, 0th column, 1, 2. So 0, 2. So how to do that? Now you understand this 0th row and second column. The name is at 0th and 2nd. So let me stop this and let me code. Okay, it's actually resolving the functions whatever I have called. Okay, so now this one is stopped. Let me remove this breakpoint. Just click on that red dot and the breakpoint will be removed. After this what I have to do is I have to set the name. Okay, so txt name dot text is equal to, and here from where we have to fetch the data. Simple logic. This is not a something you have to find black hole or something like that. So simply what we have to do is just use a little bit of mind. From where we have to fetch the TS, and TS stores the data in the form of tables. So we have to mention tables, and we have only one table. And in coding part, we have to mention for the first 0 in this coding. So we have to mention 0, and I have told you from which row and which column. So we have to mention rows, and we have to mention 0th row, and from which column? The second column, and we have to convert that to a string format like this. This is a simple logic. I hope you understand this. Now start this and let's say we can able to fetch that data or not. So start this and let's check. Okay, some error there, builds error. Okay, so let's check what actually the error is. Let me try this once again, because here you can see this no issue found it. Okay, let me check. Actually there is no error. This problem is caused sometime what happened when I start the project, it takes more time than it shows as it's taking more than 10 seconds or 15 seconds, then it shows it as error. That's why I haven't changed anything. So let's start this and let's see this one once more time. So started this, and here you can see that this time 0th error. Just sign in, and I'm going to search for this one, the 555, and click on search. And when I click on this, you can observe J is over here. So what happened? Now I know this one is valid, that's why when I click on this, the data is visible over here. What happened when I enter something wrong? And when I click on search, our application is going to crash. Here you can see this. When I click on this, our application is crashed. So we have to actually handle this too. So for that, I'm going to stop this. And first thing, before actually showing the value to the text box, first thing what I'm going to do is I'm going to check that if that data set actually contains some data or not. So how to do that? For that we have to just mention if ds.tables 0.rows.count is not equal to 0. If it's equal to 0, it means that this one is empty. So let me cut this and paste this one inside this. Okay, so if this one is valid, then we need to actually set the values to the text fields. In the else condition, it means that if it's invalid, then I want to show some message to the user. Message box dot show no record exist, and this is a mission, and this needs to be message box button dot okay. I need only one button, so it will be okay, and message box icon needs to be info dot information like this, and we have to put this semicolon over here like this. Now let's check for the valid and for the wrong one too at this time. So I have started the project. Sign in, click on this. First I will check for the 555 and search. Here you see this, now name is visible, and when I click for this one, search, no record exists, and our application is not crashing. Okay, so now what I have to do is I have to set the data for all the text boxes from this data set. So let's start with that. So next thing is txt father.text is equal to ds.tables 0. You have to change the rows and columns, so 0, and you know that after the name we have inserted father, so the next column will be of father, so 3.to string. After father we have mother dot text is equal to ds.tables 0.rows 0, and this one is 4.to string like this. After mother we have txt email id dot text is equal to ds.tables 0.rows 0th row and 5th column dot to string. After email id we have txt permanent address dot text is equal to ds.tables 0.rows 0 and the column 6, and convert this one to string. After permanent address we have txt unique dot text is equal to ds.tables 0.rows, you have to mention 0 and some 7.to string. txt designation dot text is equal to ds.tables, and we have to set the designation dot rows, and designation we have to set this one to 0.8 and convert this one to string like this. And finally we have the last one, that is txt working dot text is equal to ds.tables 0.rows 0.9, that is a column dot to string like this. Here we go. Now everything is set. Now let's start this and check if this works or not. So I have started this one. Sign in, click on this, search for 555, search, and here you can see this one is message staff, working status is yes, everything is working fine. Next thing what we have to do is we have to actually, suppose this one is Jay, so I want to name this one Jay Kumar. When I click on update, data needs to be updated in the database, so we have to code for this update button for now. So close this close this one and move back to the design part. Just double click on this to generate a BDN update click event. So the name of for this one is BDN update. So just double click on this and this will generate a BDN update click event. So first thing what we have to do is we have to extract the values from all of those text boxes. So for that, what we have to do is we have to just start creating a variables, writing variables, and just extracting the value and saving that into the variable. So as you all know that mobile number is a big int type, so we have to convert that into integer type. So int64 mobile is equal to int64.parse. Parse method is used to convert an string type to integer type. Okay, so txt mobile dot text like this, and the remaining stuff is all in the varchar, so we don't need to parse any of this stuff. So next thing is string name is equal to txt name dot text. Next thing is string father name is equal to txt father dot text. After this we have mname is equal to txt mother dot text. After mother we have string email is equal to txt email id dot text like this. After email we have permanent address, so that is p address is equal to txt permanent dot text. After this we have id is equal to txt unique id dot text. After id we have string designation is equal to txt designation dot text like this. And finally we have working status, so working is equal to txt working dot text. So now we have extracted all the values from all the text boxes. After this, what we have to do is we have to just update that. We have to just write a query to update, and we have to just fire that query into the database. So first thing what we have to do is we have to write a query. So we have already created a variable called query in which I am going to write the query. Okay. And here what we have to do is we have to write the query like this. Update table name, that is a new employee. Don't make any spelling mistake, just stay focused and write what I write, because I got a lot of comments in which they are worried about that why my data is not being saved into the database. They even don't read, don't even read the error which they are doing. The solution is already in the error what you've got, syntax error, SQL not exception, whatever it is. So just start reading the exceptions right by focusing on this. Okay, so update new employee. After this set, what do you have to set this? Nothing but ename. Okay, so first thing is ename. I'm not going to update the mobile number because mobile number once inserted cannot be updated, because with the help of mobile number I am fetching that data. You have to just delete that employee, you have to just add that again from the initial. Okay, so make sure mobile number is not being chosen. And if you have not subscribed to my YouTube channel, then please subscribe and hit the bell icon. Okay, so mobile number is not going to change, I have told you that. Next thing, ename is a varchar type, so it needs to be in single, double quotes, plus plus, double quotes and single quotes like this. Let me put a little bit of space. Here we have to mention the variable name, so variable name is name itself. After this we have father name, so comma ef name. This is the name in the, this is the column name in the database, ef name. Okay, so it's also integer type, sorry, string type, so single, double, double, single like this. F name. After F name we have mother name, so EMNAME. So let me make this one full screen like this. Here we go. And this one is also string type, so varchar type. Okay. So this needs to be done like this. F name. After mother name we have email address, So the column name in the database is email is equal to single, double, plus plus, double and single, comma as well. So email like this. Okay. After this we have permanent address. So EPADDRESS is equal to single quotes, double quotes, plus plus, double quotes, single quotes, and we have to mention P address. After the address, we need to actually store EID. Proof is equal to single, double, plus plus, double and single, and we have to mention ID over here. After this, we need to add designation. Make sure to write the correct column name from the database. Match this one with your database ones. Or you can match simply with my quotes. So single quotes, double quotes, plus plus, double quotes, single quotes, and designation needs to be, designation, the variable name. After designation, it's working status, right? So we have to mention that, comma working. So let me scroll a little bit. Working is equal to single, double, plus plus, double, single, like this. Working. After this, we have to mention, we have to actually update only the specific record, and that specific record is going to be updated on the help of mobile number. So where eMobile is equal to plus plus, like this, and mobile number is a integer type, big int type, that's with only double quotes, no need of single quotes. So mobile, like this, and here we go. Now our query is ready. Here you can see this, no error is over here, and every error is resolved, and just I have deleted the spaces from here. After this, what I have to do is I have to just fire this query onto the database. So fn.setData query, pass the query, and in this we have to pass one string thing, and in this what message you want to show the user, you have to mention it over here. So I'm going to show data updation successful. That's it. Now start this, exit the full screen. Now start with the project, and let's check if this works or not, or we go into an exception or what, something. Sign in, click on this. I'm going to update this one 555 search, and I'm going to name this one Jay Kumar update. Data updation successful. Let me close this and move back over here and screen search for 555, and here you can see this. Now the name is Jay Kumar. It means this one is working fine. Update button is working fine. Next thing what we have to do is we have to code for this delete button. What I want is when I click on this delete button, it's asked for user confirmation that are you sure you want to delete. If user presses the yes, then only the data needs to be deleted, and else condition we don't need to delete that. So let me close this, move back over here, just double click on this to generate a click event for BT and delete. Okay, so first thing, how to ask for the user that are you sure you want to delete. So if you have to mention like this, message box dot show, and here I have to write are you sure confirmation. Message box further needs to be yes or no, and this message box needs to have some warning like symbol icon. You can say message box icon dot warning. Okay, after this what we have to do is after the closing bracket, just press double equals, and we have to mention dialog result dot yes. If yes is entered, then only we need to perform some operation over here. So let's click on start and let's check if this works or not. Sign in, click on this one, 555, search for this, click on this one. Here you can see this. Are you sure? If I click on no, nothing happens. If I click on yes, then this will go inside that if block. So whatever code we have to mention it inside that if block. So let me close this. This one is working fine. After this we have to write the query. So delete query actually. So query is equal to this, and we have to write like this: delete from new employee where e-mobile is equal to double quotes plus plus double quotes, like this. And you have to delete this txt mobile dot text, like this. And now here we go. Next thing, our query is ready. What we have to do is we have to just fire that into the database. Function dot set data, and we have to fire the query and one message, whatever you want to show to the user. So employee record deleted. After this, what we want is we want to actually clear all the text boxes. When I just delete that record, we don't need that anymore. So let me start this, sign in, and let's check if this delete data or not. Search for 555, search, and I want to delete this, and when I click on yes, employee record deleted. Now when I again try to search for this, no record exists. These are the old data before deleting which we have fetched. So what I want is when I click on this delete button and click on yes, I want to clear this all text fields as well. So for that, what I'm going to do is I'm going to write a method over here, public void clear all, and in this what I'm going to do is I'm going to clear all the text fields. So txt mobile dot clear, txt name dot clear. After this one we have father dot clear. After father we have mother. After mother we have email ID. After email ID we have permanent address. After permanent address we have unique ID. After this one we have txt designation, and I want to unselect that. So txt designation dot selected index is equal to -1, and txt working status dot selected index, that's a comma box, that's why I'm changing that one to -1, like this. And here what we have to do is now our method is ready. Next thing what I have to do is I have to just call this method after this, clear all, like this. And one more thing, what I want is, let me start this. Now whenever the one record is deleted, the all text field will be cleared. I will show you that. So I started the project, sign in, and here you can see this. When I search for 555, nothing happens, no record exists. If I search for 123, no record exists. 456, like this. Okay, so let me check one valid from the database. 1 2 3 4 5 6 7. Okay, one, two, three, 4 5 6 7. Search for this, and here you can see this, the data is fetched. Now what I will do is I'm just going to change this one and search no record exists, but still the old data is visible over here. So what I want to do is when I click on the search, if no record exists, then all details needs to be cleared. So for that, what you have to do is move back over here and go to this one. Here you can see this eMobile, and here what we have to do is we have to just call that method over here after this in the else condition. If no record exists, if TS is empty, then I want to show that message and clear all. And now start this and let's check if this works or not. Sign in. 1 2 3 4 5 6 7. Search for this, and when I enter something wrong, search. Okay, and here you can see this, everything is cleared. Okay, so this one is working fine. Next thing we have to code for this one, clear button, and in the same way we have to code. So just have to stop the project, just move back over, just double click on this, and this one should create a click event for this one, and here we have to call that method clear all. Now this will work fine. And one more thing what we have to do is we have to actually, what we can do is whenever we update any data, you can clear all the fields at that time. Suppose we have updated and the updation is successful, after that you want to clear all the text fields, you don't want to see that data, then you can just call that method over here. After this you can call that method. Okay, so now let me just show you that everything is working fine or not. So started the project, sign in. So first I'm going to register a new employee, so 1 2 3, or let me just again register 555 a something, whatever, doesn't matter. Okay, just save this, successful, close this, move back over 555, search for this, and here you can see this. Now everything is visible. Now when I click on this, click on no, nothing happens. We can search that data again, delete this, yes, employee record deleted. When I click on OK, everything is cleared. Okay, and in the same way 1 2 3 4 5 6 7, search, and when I click on this button, every data is cleared. This one is working fine. So that's it for this video, guys. In the next video I'm going to show you how to design for this one, that is the employee payment. Let me close this, and when I click on this, nothing happens. Here you can see this. The next video I'm going to show you how to design this one and how to backend code for this. Till then, just stay safe and share with your friends, and thanks for watching. Like, subscribe and share.